Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you some question about yourself. Are you ready, Nhi?
Yes. I'm good at math. I'm good at English. I'm good at Earth, and uh, I can talk in a place that have many people.
Anything else?
No.
So I have a small question for you. What did you and your family do on Lunar New Year?
On Lunar New Year, my family and I go back to our hometown for Lunar New Year and to visit my grandparents.
I got it. And now we're gonna come to part two, reading. So you're gonna look at the screen and read.
Presentation. After a year, Tony goes back to his hometown for Lunar New Year. He tries making a special Vietnamese square sticky rice cake, but instead of pork, he fills it with lion meat. Then he makes spring rolls filled with dinosaur meat. His family is very surprised. Tony feels lazy. He calls his cat and dog and asks them to clean. They sweep, dirt, dust, and tidy up the place. After they finish, Tony gives them a golden fish from Kitchen God as a reward. On New Year's Day, Tony gets a huge red envelope for lucky money. It is as big as a house. Tony feels happy and opens it fast. But inside, he only finds 1,000 Vietnam dong. He laughs and says, big things aren't always full. Then Tony leaves to get an ice cream. He eats happily and thinks this is the best.
You did a very good job. And now we're gonna move to part three, mini stories. So now, are you ready?
Yes,
Question number one for you. What traditional food does Tony try to make for Lunar New Year?
a special Vietnamese square sticky rice cake.
What unusual ingredients does Tony put in his food instead of pork?
Lion meat.
How does Tony's family react when they see what he
Surprise.
cooked? They are not, they are very,
Surprise.
they are very surprised. Is this the time for Tony to do what?
It's time for Tony to clean the house.
Who does Tony ask to help him clean the house?
His cat and his dog.
What do Tony pets do to tidy up the house?
They sweep, dust, and tidy up the place.
Why does Tony give his pets a golden fish as a reward?
Because his cat and his dog clean the house for Tony.
Where does Tony get the golden fish from?
Kitchen God.
How big was Tony's red envelope?
It's big as a house.
It's as big as a house. So where does Tony get the huge red envelope?
For on New Year's Day.
On New Year's Day. What was the reward Tony gave to his pets after cleaning?
A golden fish.
When does Tony receive the big red envelope?
As lucky money.
When?
On New Year's Day.
What did Tony find inside the red envelope?
A lucky money.
Okay, the question for you to think, right? So why do people give red envelope during Lunar New Year?
Because red envelope is for a wish to get the children have a good, healthy, and happy on a year.
How does Tony feel about cleaning the house?
Lazy.
And who helps Tony clean the house?
His cat and his dog.
His cat and his dog. And now, when Tony gets the huge red envelope, Tony finds 1,000 Vietnamese dong inside, right? And Tony leave. What does Tony get?
An ice cream.
And while eating the ice cream, what does he think?
Happily. This is the best.
This is the best. How does Tony open the red envelope?
Fast.
Last question for you. What do you think Tony's family will say about his food?
Why you feel a chunk cake with lion meat and a spring roll with dinosaur meat? We can't eat them.
Oh, good job, Nhi. So now we're gonna come to the last part, part four. You're gonna retell the story in 5 sentences.
On Lunar New Year, Tony goes back to his hometown. After a year, Tony goes back to his hometown for Lunar New Year. He tries to make a special Vietnamese square sticky rice cake. But instead of pork, he filled it with lion meat. Then Tony makes a spring roll filled with dinosaur meat. His family is very surprised.
Thank you, Nhi. You did a very good job in the test. So goodbye, Nhi.